It's your boy, Ed the Dread, a.k.a. Eddie Money Mouth. And you are tuned into the Money Mouth Podcast. Yes, sir. Hey, aloha nui good vibes gang. We are here today with a man amongst men, a legend amongst legend, maybe a Florida man. We are yet to determine that. Big Wave Dave Gunderson, baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's up, Ed?
All right. We got a fellow teacher here. He is 3 days into summer break.
Yep.
And he is also how many days into new fatherhood?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Woo! You getting sleep?
I'm getting some sleep. My wife's taking the brunt of it, but yeah. I'm a little sleepy.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have any boobs for the baby to try to milk on, huh?
I mean, I got boobs, but not those not those kind.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right. So Dave and I know each other from being teachers over at Baldwin High School here on Maui. Neither of us teach there anymore. That's how that goes. But he's still a teacher. All right. I would say one of the best teachers I've ever seen in action and had the pleasure of working with. A department head, have his master's degree in education. The guy is in it for the long haul, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, he's in it. How do we meet? Do you remember? Our fucking...
Yeah, I think I saw you at the meetings, and then one day I was like, hey, you surf? You going surfing? And we just immediately kind of started surfing together all the time.
That was it.
Yep.
See that? The ocean brings them together, boo. It's like a bond you can't never break. For real, I would say surfing is kind of like what I would imagine like a firefighter's bond, you know, after when you like go through like crazy things together. You know, if you're in the ocean, it's like treacherous and you're out there and it's like, yo, I gotta kind of rely on this homie here in case some shit goes down. You know, you get like a kind of a different bond.
Yeah. Like that one time, remember we saw the guy with the flak suit, the jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, holy shit! Like, yeah, the waves are so big. We're the only ones out. And this guy, he's got the floating vest, and we're like, holy shit!
Damn, maybe we should have a floating vest.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got charged to the game sometimes. And speaking of the game, forgot to mention, today's broadcast of the Money Mouth Podcast is brought to you by Coconut Water, bitches. We climb trees for this shit. Yeah, what's the deal, yo? This one's coming from the depths of Haiku. Tasty. Tasty. All right, so, Florida man.
Questionably.
Questionably. Where'd you grow up in Florida?
Orlando.
Orlando.
A little bit outside in Oviedo. Yeah.
Where's that? Like central? In the middle? Isn't like Orlando kind of in the middle?
Right in the middle, yeah.
So where'd you surf? You grew up surfing, right?
Yeah, mostly Cocoa Beach. My grandma had a condo out at Cocoa Beach, so we go out there for weekends and then bodyboarded first and then got into surfing and New Smyrna, surfed near Smyrna a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's Florida life like?
Now, I don't know, probably changed,
Well,
but...
what was Florida life like?
A lot of cool wildlife and playing in nature and like...
Trailer park feet? Dirty feet every day?
Dirty feet every day. I remember they'd be like, in Florida, so they'd be like, there's these worms. Don't go like walk around in puddles with bare feet. The worms will like hook into your feet and then get into your body, yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then the other one is the amoebas. Like during hot months during the summer. Do you know about this?
No,
They're like,
bro.
it'll be like hot for a couple months and they'll be like, well, don't go, if you go swimming, don't like stir up the silt at the bottom with your feet or else you'll get amoebas in your ear. And like literally 2 or 3 kids die a year because of amoebas in the brain.
But like what? All right, so when it goes into your... Hold on. Explain it. Break this one down to me, dude.
So like you're a kid and you're swimming around and you're playing in the shallows of the lake.
Yeah.
And then you put your head down there and you stir up some amoebas and they go into your ear and they eat your brain.
Stir up some amoebas.
You rustle up some amoebas.
Okay. Now that's what I'm saying. All right, like I know amoeba is like the most basic single cell thing, right? So what is it doing like eating your brain up?
I don't know. That's a very good question. Like,
bro, one day the podcast will be advanced enough that I tell somebody, hey, look this shit up. But like right now we're just kind of, you know. So maybe look it up, motherfuckers. Amoebas on the brain. Kids die. That's pretty gnarly. Did you ever hear the one of like the worm that like goes in your penis hole and like can't come out or some shit? That's like the Amazon. It's like you jump in the Amazon or it's like if you start peeing. If you're like peeing underwater,
it senses it.
And it senses that pee is coming out and goes zoop right up in there.
That's the worst worm, bro. That is a horrible worm. What an asshole. He's an opportunist.
The worst worm, bro. I can't take it. Oh my God. So that you played in lakes then in Florida? That's a lake thing or?
A lot of lakes. We grew up on a lake. Yeah.
Okay, so what's your favorite lake game? You know, it's like I know we had a pool, so like we played games in the pool. Like you have to dive down and try to get the dive stick.
Yeah.
We played Marco Polo.
Yeah.
We got
What a pool game.
shit. I can't remember the one where you like have to like make it to the other side without the motherfucker tagging you.
Oh, holding your breath, like how many you can go back and forth underwater?
We would do that swim practice, but not like that. Wasn't like a game. And so like, did you have like lake games?
We had both.
So don't get the amoeba.
We didn't. Yeah, just try not to get amoebas in your ear. We didn't have a boat, but other people did. So you ever done the thing where you just you're not skiing or wake, but you just take the handle and you let the boat pull you? You ever do that?
No, bro. I've only been on like a few boats, dude.
So it like pulls you and you just like you go underwater for a while. You hit like 7-8 feet, and then when you get going fast, you just gotta hold on. When you get going fast enough, it'll like pop you out. That was one of them.
Oh, Florida, man.
Yeah, there's some Florida things we do.
Hold on. So you're saying that it's like how the dolphins ride like the underwater current. The things like takes you underwater and you're like under like.
Yeah. When you want to come up, you like arch your back a little bit, just like give a little wiggle.
Florida underwater worm. Let's go.
I didn't know we were gonna talk about Florida today.
Well, I mean, you should have known, bro.
Right.
Where'd you grow up?
Florida. Yeah.
Shit. I mean, we could talk about Maryland. You want to talk about Maryland?
I'd like to hear about Maryland a little bit. What'd you guys do for fun?
Depends on the season.
Yeah.
What season you talking about?
Winter, I guess, because I never...
Winter, I ice skated. If you go to the ice rink, you pay like, I don't know, $6 or something for ice time. They have open skate, like fucking... I don't know. I don't even know how often it was, honestly. Maybe open skate like 3 days a week, like a certain 2 hours, 3 hours or something. And you just rent some skates, go there, get a pretzel in between and like a hot chocolate. That
sounds lovely.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. I'm not going to front, but like I'm athletic, so it's not like I was on a hockey team, you know? So if you're just skating circles around a ring, it gets kind of like old after a while, you know? You're just like going in circles. You can't go fast, you know? There's like, they have like restrictions. It's like being at the roller skate ring. Like you can't just go, I'm about to go huck backflips or something. Like, you can't do that. Mm-hmm. Like not like fucking like Scott Hamilton doing backflips on ice skates or nothing, but my cousin was a like professional figure skater.
Really?
Oh yeah. Damn. Yeah, he was out here maybe a year and a half ago. He came through. He lives in Washington. But yeah, we never really saw him growing up because like he lived in Washington, and like all of my other cousins lived where our parents grew up. Mm-hmm. Like my dad's got 3 sisters. One of them stayed in the same area that he did, and we all grew up in. One of them went down to like, I want to say North Carolina, like Blue Ridge, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. Never had kids. And then the other was like a smoke jumper in Montana or some crazy shit.
What's a smoke jumper?
What is that? That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know. Like, my one homie, I said this shit to him one time. He was like, yo, I'd love to be a smoke jumper. I swear, like, the story goes that, like, they lived in a teepee in Montana, and, like, the smoke jumpers are, like, guys that, like, when there's, like, a forest fire or something, they, like, go up in the plane and, like, jump, dog, in the smoke, I think, bro. Like...
People die doing that, man. I seen the news. Yeah.
Oh, he knows.
Yeah.
Is it as many
I didn't know that was the term, but
is it many people as die from amoebas?
I don't know. I have to ask the people. But
Shit.
Get AI.
Oh, All right, so when did you come to Maui?
2007.
2007. 10 years before I made it out here.
Yeah.
Nice. What's your favorite surf break?
I mean, Honolulu Bay is the best wave, but I think my favorite surf break, Big Lefts or...
Oh,
Yeah.
he's a Y-side guy, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck, for real? Big Left's your favorite?
I think
I'm
so.
telling the Shark King, he's going to love you for that, bro. Shark King is going to say, yo, Big Wave Dave's fucking favorite is Y-side.
Yeah.
Ah.
Good love for sand piles, too. I know. It's like a
Yeah.
consistent love.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Where's yours?
I ride that shit because it's our home break, you know, but I don't know, probably Ho'okipa.
Yeah?
Yeah, one of the breaks at Ho'okipa, lanes, point, middles. I mean, I'm not too much a fan of pavils because there's just so many fucking people and it's just like nuts. But yeah, maybe Oluwalu. I don't know. I like Oluwalu. You get so many waves when the wave is breaking. Fuck, behind the harbor. There's a lot of good waves out here.
Sure. Breakwall. Love breakwall.
Yeah, breakwall. Breakwall is sick. So when did you start surfing? You know, like it's not like you just started surfing when you came here, right? You had surfed in Florida and honed your skills before.
Yeah. We were a little far away from the beach, so I get weekends and stuff. Bit of a weekend warrior. Started like at 12.
Warrior, yeah. Better than me. I was a 2-week in the summer warrior.
Oh yeah. You had a big commute. You know what I'm talking about.
The biggest.
And then you probably did the same thing I did. At some point, you're like, F it, I'm going to get out by the beach. You know? So as soon as I could, I was doing an internship. I went to UCF, so I was still in Orlando. But I arranged for an internship out at the beach and stayed at my grandma's. And I was surfing the whole time. It was like, I was that Grom, had the subscription to Surfer Magazine. I was like waxing my board religiously, getting the wax perfect in the garage, waiting for the weekend. And then as soon as I could, I moved out to the beach, lived up in Cocoa, lived up in northern Florida, and then just started surf travel. Started a lot of surf travel, Costa Rica. Then I was doing Peru a lot, and I was in Peru, and I met some dude from Hawaii who was like, oh, you're a teacher? Like, they need teachers in Hawaii. And so I'd never been here. I was like,
Oh, wow.
And I applied, and they're like, either fly to Texas or fly to New York for an interview. Or, I could have flew to Hawaii, but so I flew to New York, and they hired me. And I was like, oh, shit, I'm moving to Hawaii. It's like,
they hired you from New York?
Yeah. Chinatown in Queens. There's a Chinatown in Queens.
Hold the fuck up, bro.
I got a $3,000 signing bonus, too.
Yo, hold up. They signed you from Chinatown?
In Queens.
Yo, that's even... Hold on. I was wondering... Okay, hold on.
Not the Manhattan Chinatown.
Not the Manhattan Chinatown. Chinatown in Queens. Mm-hmm. The Hawaii DOE has a what? Recruiting center?
They go out to 2 places once a year at this time. They went to Texas and they went to New York. And like Texas is pretty close, but I think it was like whatever was cheaper, and they had some cheap ass flights into LaGuardia or something. And then, yeah.
I didn't know that. They're trying hard to recruit motherfuckers.
There was
dog.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And they go straight to New York and Texas because they're like, yo, Texas, we know y'all work with guns. People don't mess with y'all. You can handle our kids out here. Come on out. That's where that lady, I work with a lady at Hana School. Mm-hmm. And she came from Texas. She was fucked. Period.
What do you mean?
I mean, come on. Single mom, 2 kids, both under like 6 years old. Teacher, living in Hana, like Texas lady.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, if you don't know Hana, right? It's the most secluded place in America, I would say. Like, you got to fly all the way out to the middle of the ocean in the middle of fucking nowhere and then drive 2.5 hours through the windiest 40-mile road into the middle of fucking jungle nowhere. And, like, there you have it. That's the place we're talking about. So, she didn't understand that, like, the grocery store doesn't have anything. It's like the general store, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you want ice cream? Like, they're going to have, like, a half pint of one flavor. You know, like she was like a gamer. Like the bandwidth wasn't fast enough of the internet. You know, like she could have. I think she was gone. I think she lasted a month. It was like a month. Like she moved in next door to me. I was in the longhouse thing, you know, and me and my homie, the trainer, had the one side. It's 2 apartments, and each apartment is 2 single bedrooms with bath and a shared kitchen. So me and the homie had our own like apartment rooms with the kitchen, and then she was next door, and her kids had 1 bedroom, and she had the other bedroom. So like the kids would just be fucking tripping, bro, keeping us up all night. You know, like nobody's windows closed around here and shit.
Yeah.
You know, so. But she was there like 2 weeks, and then she became the HSTA rep for the school. And everybody was kind of like, "What are you doing taking? You just moved here. You don't need extra roles."
Yeah.
Then she became like the rep for like the high school at like meetings or something, you know, like whatever they had in Hana. She like took like 2 major roles, and then didn't realize that like all the stores close at 6. Like fucking, you're gonna have to load both your kids up and drive all the way to Costco to get all the, you know what I'm saying? Like, so for fucking 2 weeks she was bugged out. Then her mom came out to like help, and it was like kind of okay. Like the mom had the kids, like she'd take them to the park, whatever. But then the mom left, bro. And like, I think it was like a week, 9 days later, like homies were like out in front of her place, like, "Hey, you want a couch?" And I'm like,
Where'd she go?
"A couch?" Like, what you did? Like, "Oh yeah, it's just a bounce." So like she didn't. I mean, that's just common out there, you know. Like people just don't know what they're getting into. It's like, oh, it's a place there you can get housing through the state, you know, and it's like, oh yeah, cool. You get the housing, and then you don't know where it is. You don't know how far away it is from everything. You don't know what the fuck's going on there.
You had to pay for it? Was it cheap, or they let you stay free, or?
Yeah, it's not fucking free.
No. Well, okay.
Come on, dog, from the state.
Yeah.
It's probably the cheapest thing you'll get on the island.
Good enough, yeah.
And it's like they take it from your paycheck, so it's not like, you know, it's like each half one check, half the other. So like you don't even really think about it. It's like you don't pay it all at once. It just like, but if you were like me and your paycheck was like you were getting like $30,000 as a first year teacher, bro, like that shit sucked. I honestly think that my paychecks were supposed to be like $900 some, and then like the rent would come out and my paycheck would be like low 700s, and like then my car payment was $600.
Go pick some breadfruit, get some mangoes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the teacher, the principal thought that like it was all good, and I'm like, bro, I make this shit look good. Like if I didn't eat breadfruit and avo and rice, and just like blend frozen banana every night, like it's like banana, breadfruit, avo. You're just getting from nature, and then like rice.
There wasn't enough money for a Costco run.
Dog, I barely made it out to the other side. A lot of times.
You conserve gas.
There was a time where I had to keep my fucking truck running because, like, the battery was fucking jinky, and so I needed to do, like, a tree trimming job to get the money to get a battery, and I get to the tree trimming job, and I fill the fucking back of my truck up with fronds, and Greenways closes at 3. It's like 2 o'clock. I'm like, all right, I got enough time to get to Greenways, go to turn the fucking whip on. Battery's completely dead. No jumping, no nothing. And the homie that I work with now, big shout out Jay Sunvoriesa, he was the guy that came, he was like 2 houses down, gave me the money and got me a battery, and, like got me on my way and all this shit. But it's just like, he's seen me as like, a teacher struggling, getting shit on every day just to help some kids, No, I mean, shout out to the kids. You like the kids. They're fucking conditioned to do whatever. They're going to do whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, now the truck's paid off, bitches. So, fuck, the bank don't own nothing. Your boy own that. Word to your mama.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that's what, it's like, that's where they got that lady probably, right? Like, Texas recruitment. They're just like, hey, fucking homegirl, we need you up in this fucking Hawaii DOE. And she's like, well, I got a crazy ex-husband. Let me get the fuck away from him.
Look at these pictures of tropical paradise and a lush rainforest. Like, I'm in.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, it would be nice to live out there, but yeah, you gotta be prepared for that. You know?
That shit is so funny though. He had to say it twice. Chinatown in Queens.
Yeah.
That's so good. I didn't know there was multiple Chinatowns.
They're like, what island do you want to go to? And I was like, I don't know. And they're like, well, you got to think about it. Like, so I had some time to think about it, and I would ask people, like, what's your favorite? People that had been to Hawaii, and more people said Maui. So that's what I went off of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He took popular fucking vote.
Yeah. I did.
I took the last homie that was on the pod, Doug. I took him fucking telling me to just fuck off. He's never going to talk to me again unless I have a plane ticket. That was sick.
Good friend.
Yeah, good homie, dog. Good homie. Just like us, my player.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, big wavis. Phew. So, as a teacher goes, like I was saying, this cat, all-time teacher, you know, maybe not commanding in the classroom, but commands respect in the classroom. Has labs for science, which is a thing, you know, I mean, I saw as a child, but a lot of times nowadays, some of the places I work, you never see nobody even set up for a lab in their whole life. But ultimately, you know, more recently, they were like on the fucking, hey, come tell everybody in the DOE departments on this new shit that you've worked on and kind of thought about and made, which utilizes AI.
The Board of Education?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the superintendent. They flew me out to Oahu, and it was cool. That was one of the main reasons I wanted to go, was to like go check it out. What is it like at the Board of Education, where, you know, the decisions are being made, and it was all official. It was like the big table. There's like 15 of them.
Was the superintendent guy there with no neck?
The superintendent was there. Yeah. Like they comment on his neck. But yeah.
Yo, Dave ain't gonna say shit, but I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. That motherfucker get no neck, dog. His shit is like fucking non-existent. When I first saw a picture of the guy, I was tripping. It was like a cartoon. It was like King of the Hill or something, dude. And then I met him one time at Baldwin.
Seems like a nice guy.
After the fire, and like they had to bring the dude through, and fucking listen, I'll talk and Dave just shut up because he's a DOE employee. You know what I'm saying? But my boy came through like, it was like I was cleaning my classroom, and they were on some, we've never seen a teacher clean their classroom, like thinking I'm an actual teacher type shit, not like a long-term sub fucking bullshit. And however they got me in there, and they were like, yeah, kind of the same thing. Like, yo, would you like to come to like a math thing for like that? And I was like, yeah, no, like, why would I ever do that? But like that dude came into my room, like, and not only was his neck non-existent, he was way shorter than it made him look in all the like videos that we had watched, bro. Like, I was like, this guy's like 5'4", bro. Sorry for the fucking this. I cut off course there.
Tangent. Yeah, he tangented. Well,
so, was he at the head of the big table?
He's kind of at the side. No, there's like a main chairperson. But what was interesting is you think they'd all be from education, but they're not. They pick like people from different walks of life. So there was like the military guy on the Board of Education, and he was like kind of looked.
Did they have one of those guys?
He wasn't in a full uniform, but he definitely looked like a military guy. I think he had like a little bit of a flat top or something.
Oh, buzz cut.
He
was on buzz cut.
Yeah, and then there was they were all from different walks of life, like maybe like I don't know, firefighters or different things. So they weren't like teachers. They were, which I think is kind of cool, like bringing different members of the community to oversee maybe the possible dysfunctionality of like the educational system, you know, like instead of getting one lens in it, get like a, you know, little spotlight, look around a little bit. But it was interesting to set up. They had the gavel and everything. I think it was like recorded minutes, and
nice.
There's a stenographer or whatever that's called.
Yeah. So they brought you there for your use of AI.
Yeah.
Right. Which I know we had a conversation about it, how it kind of like blew up on you with the students, because like students are just in their own world type deal. But personally, I think that he came up with a use for AI, which is like the best that I've heard someone use it yet. You know, most people, are like, hey man, I have these things, I have a business plan I need to get made. Can you I need a grant written. I don't want to write my own 10-page grant. AI, can you write my grant? Like, oh, I need a script made. I need you to generate me videos, like some shit, but
I heard someone
yours,
go. I used AI for a speech for my church, and I was like, and she cared about her church. Like she really cared about her church, and she's like, "Oh, it made the speech so much easier."
she took the word straight from AI Jesus himself.
I guess.
Oh, does it count? Does that count? Did God make AI, bro?
I don't know. I don't know if that counts. I don't think it counts actually. No, it doesn't count.
That does not count. Dude. That is like the worst. She couldn't even make up the own word for herself. Like, she ain't feeling Jeebus enough, Mom. We got to send her back. She needs more time. She needs more time in confessions.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, so tell us about how you utilize it in your for your classroom. You can give us a little breakdown on what the deal was. And then we'll talk about how the backlash happened.
Yeah. So they started running these trainings last year, and it's not all the trainings we get are good. Like a lot of them are pretty crappy, So this is a good training. It was super interesting. It was uses of AI. And at first I was kind of not into it because my experience was kids using AI to not write stuff. And I literally just had to call parents because they wrote a personal statement about themselves using AI. And I'm like, it's about you. So
I had to look them up on Google and try to figure out shit about them.
Yeah, so I wasn't, and then I just got into it because I'm like, there's such cool uses. And so in our suite of things that we can use as DOE, we have Gemini, which is just kind of an open source, internet grabs from everything. And then there's the Notebook LM, which you put in source materials. And so it's more closed system. And it only pulls from those source materials, and it'll do tasks that I tell it to do.
Okay, so real quick, like you said, this, what most people think of AI is just it's scouring the whole internet in lightning fast speed and pulling the, the maybe not the best, but the most talked about or the most used information on that thing.
Which might not be valid.
Yeah, whatsoever. It's not like it's a scholarly journal. It could be fucking edthedread.com that I made, and now that I made a website and wrote some shit on it, I can make a Wikipedia page and fucking whatever. So this is a closed source AI, which you gave the parameters to, correct?
Yeah. So one of the he's training us on this stuff, and I'm like, shoot, I got this. It's an AP environmental class, so it's a college level class, and they conduct this experiment for half the year, growing plants under different conditions, independent. It's a big project, and then they write this lab report, which always sucks to grade. It just takes so long for me to grade these lab reports, and I'm like, dude, if I put the instructions that I gave them, have it make a rubric, and then I'll put those in, and then put each student's individual lab report in there, it'll grade it, and it'll be consistent, and then I can give it information like, hey, for every single point on this rubric, and I think there's 28 points, if they got it wrong, tell them what they did wrong and how they can improve it. So then the point of this isn't it started with me oh, it'll just be easier for me, but then I'm like, oh my God, this will give them such accurate, good feedback that I would never be able to go in and do. I'd never have enough time to mark up all those papers with my red pen. So I'm like, wow, this is really cool. I think this is really good for the kids.
Yeah.
And then that shit backfired. They did not like that.
Well, because just like you said, they're used to it as I'm getting out of doing this thing that I have to do. I'm using AI to not do the thing.
Yeah.
Where you're looking at it as you're being able to streamline the process and make it more efficient. You know, it's not you didn't put all the stuff through AI and then just immediately email it back to them. You looked at it again.
Yeah.
And right. So,
well, that was part of the beauty of it. I was like, okay, now you got all this feedback. Do what it says. Make the corrections. and I'll grade you.
And then
Like
it can be a second grade.
I didn't even grade the first one. I was like, this will be your grade. Like you could get 100 on this. Just follow the feedback. Like why not? Like do what the feedback said.
And
Detailed feedback.
They tripped when you gave them the chance to just like to use the thing that they wanted to use, but with your parameters.
Because usually the first time I grade that thing, like I'm not going to go back and grade it again. So they're not getting another chance,
bro. Not, how many?
So
what's the average page length of one of those
10
reports?
You know?
Yeah, not reading that again. Yeah, fucking.
Dude,
once you hit that shit once, no way, dude.
So I was like, oh, I'm gonna tell him what I did. I'm gonna give him the second chance, and I started to explain what I used AI. As soon as I got the words AI out of my mouth, they were like yelling and screaming. They were like,
"What are you AI?"
It was a mutiny, and talking.
You told us we couldn't use AI.
Yeah. Does that mean we can use AI too? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess like shit. Like you didn't even grade our papers. They were really and looking back, like I think it was partially my fault because I just kind of it was like real abrupt, and the kids are like, yeah, we just thought you didn't, like you were saying, we just thought you did what we did is like use it to get out of doing shit.
Yeah.
And we put a lot of work into it. And I was like, no, that's not what this is. Like, this is for you to make the corrections that the thing said to make, because they weren't great lab reports. They made a lot of freaking mistakes that they would have, I don't know, average grade might have been like a 75. Like they weren't, they needed work.
They came at you, boy. They were like, mister, not you, AI. I swear, you swore we couldn't.
Yeah.
No fucking way, mister.
So then, I realized like they're so upset. Like I had a parent I had to call. Like it was a big deal. So I was like, I got to go in and grade these by hand. And I think one of the things that's really cool about it is like the question with AI is like how accurate is it? How valid is it? Like can you trust it? And so I had to go. I did it old school with the pen. I printed them out. I got the hard copies. I used the pen. I'm marking them, and I compared it to what. Like I had them do turn in the final one again, like return it in.
Yeah.
I got the AI grade, and then I did it myself, and the AI one was kind of off. Like it was pretty harsh. It graded them like too hard on shit. And then on other things, it was like it didn't catch if they had a well-stated hypothesis or if they identified the controls and like kind of the most important things. It was like oblivious to, and it missed it.
Yeah.
So I was like. It wasn't useful in saving time at all, was what I got out of it. But it made them write really good papers in the end. I think like their papers were much better, and they got the feedback to write a good lab report.
Okay, so it didn't do what you wanted.
Not really. No, I had an unintended consequence.
I'm here under the impression that it like helped out. Oh, this shit did. Oh, my man has the best idea I've ever, and it didn't even work out the way you wanted it to.
Yeah, you hyped me up way too much in the beginning. I'm not that good. No, I mean, I think that's the point, right? I think it didn't, AI makes things easier for me sometimes, but in that case, it was a really good teaching tool for them. It was good for the kids.
Yeah.
So that, to me, that's a success, but.
So essentially, it was all right with like giving them the feedback, but then you ultimately have to grade the fucking thing.
Or at least check it. I think I can make it tighter, and I think I can make it so it does save time, but. Right, it's just heavy, like...
Well, what if you change the parameters of the rubric? Or, like, word it differently? Like how you do, like, a Google search, like, if you're looking for something and you put the keywords with a plus in between and parentheses and da-da-da, like, what if you, like, changed how you worded the parameters of it? Do you think that would...
Sure, yeah, that's what's kind of fun about it, is, like, testing the limitations and messing with it, yeah? Seeing what it does, but...
I mean, I don't know, that's... What's fun with it for you? I never even fucking use it. The only time I use AI, I think, is like when you do a quick Google search and like the first thing they give you is like an AI given answer.
Yeah.
Like it'll give you like that paragraph, and then it's like, if I'm like looking for a website or something, I don't even look at that. But if it's like a question you ask and it'll like give you the answer real quick, as opposed to like scrolling down through all the things, is like that's probably the only AI that I like consciously use.
Yeah.
Other than like it being an algorithm, like whatever type shit is in apps and shit that's just like in your everyday life now. But
I do letters of recommendation. That's a good one. Because it'll give you, a lot of times you can do things where it'll give you an outline and then you go in and you make it your own, so it's save that base step of having to structure the whole thing.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like if you stop using that piece of your brain that like creates that shit, like you'll lose that.
Agreed.
And, you know, it's like, of course you don't want to spend fucking 12 hours on writing some, and I'm not saying for you like grading, because it's like quick disclaimer, these motherfuckers ain't paid enough. There's not enough hours in the day to do all this shit. Like, like as a teacher, I cared a lot, and I graded, like I taught math, and show your work, because I'm gonna look through every fucking line of your math and like circle the thing you did wrong, because your actual mathematics might be right. You just did the order of operations wrong on this one step.
Yeah.
But then all the rest of the math is done right.
See, a lot of math teachers probably don't do that level of feedback, and that's how you learn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you stop doing that, you're screwed. But the more you do it, the quicker. It's like everything in life, it's like a muscle.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got the Groms just want to fucking let AI just do everything. What was the fucking math thing that they used to cheat with? Photo math.
How does that work?
It's you just take a picture
of the math problem and it does it?
Yup. But like it never does it the way the teacher taught you. So it's like, I show them 2 different ways on how to do an equation, and then like half the kids on the test have this other way that comes out to the right answer. But then like I'm like, what is this? Can you explain to me how, like, why'd that number end up over there, and why'd that, like, what is that? Like, oh, I don't know, mister. Like, oh, okay, like, yeah. Is actually, bro, I like, people think their homies ain't gonna snitch on them. It's just like dealing with the pigs, like, I don't know what I offered, something real. It was like nothing. It was like a fucking chocolate chip granola bar, and somebody told me what math thing they were using. It's like, I was like, yo, what the fuck are y'all using? Nobody wants to tell you. It's like lunch comes around, I'm like, hey,
I got a granola bar.
Any of y'all sitting in here, fucking a handful of granola bars right now, you tell me what thing they're doing. Oh, photo math, mister. Like, so quick. It's like, I'll do anything for food. Yeah. He knows he's a feeder now.
Feeding popcorn.
Yeah, the classroom feeder. Yeah, the popcorn. Yeah. Oh, the popcorn.
44 bags for $12. It's economical treat.
44 for 12. What did I have in my classroom? Yeah, he's the popcorn guy. I had like oatmeal. I had like oatmeal and apples.
Do you have peanut butter? You give him like peanut butter bread and stuff?
I definitely had peanut butter, but you had to keep that shit kind of hidden off in the cut.
That was for the good kids.
Yeah, well, like people get allergies.
Oh.
Yeah, we had one kid on the surf team that was like peanut allergy. Like you gotta jab them with the fucking EpiPen if they like. So you gotta keep that shit kind of like.
You're not supposed to have that.
I honestly don't think you're supposed to have peanut butter in the classroom.
You can't have latex balloons anymore. You know that? There's
what?
Look at latex allergy.
What?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's a real thing. Like amoebas. Just like. No, seriously, I had to get rid of balloons.
Amoeba shit is wild.
I had to get rid of balloons one year because they're like, yeah, you can't have any latex. And I like look at them like, oh, these are latex balloons. Shit.
Because of allergies.
Allergies, yeah.
I thought it was just they don't want any balloons in the ocean. The turtles eat them and shit.
That's actually a good reason.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, watch out, the turtles, bro. For the Ninja Turtles. Like I was saying, math teacher, science teacher. When it comes to education, there's a lot of people out nowadays, and again, later on when this podcast gets bigger and blows up, we'll be going, hey, homeboy, pull this one up. But like, you can, like all these, especially fucking people that make money on the internet, like Logan Paul, fucking idiots like them, they'll be like, yeah, high school is not, you don't even need it. Like, I didn't learn nothing. And you're like, oh, okay. You're just so dumb that you can't even put into perspective what you took from that and became as a human. Like, let alone what you actually learned in the classroom in there, But, you really value what happens in a classroom. What would you say are some of the most important things for students to take from the high school learning experience And also maybe just what do you think are some of the most important things to take from science? You know, because like I come from the belief that like math and science are the most two important subjects. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like language is gonna like just how you relate through the people near you linguistically. You know what I'm saying? Like you go somewhere else, you're gonna have a different language class.
Mm-hmm.
History is gonna be written by like basically the winning side, and again, depending on what country you're in and who's the fucking president and what shit what each state decide. Like you could just be learning some bullshit history,
Yeah,
but like math and science are kind of like you
yeah,
can't really play those ones. It's
yeah.
like they're real true just to what's going on in everyday life in the universe.
Yeah, yeah. There's a thing called scientific literacy, right? So you think it's like, oh, your ability to read like big science words in a book, but it's based around like you understand science enough where you can call bullshit on people selling you dishonest stuff, like advertisers, politicians. Like you can
Ah,
know if like that thing they're selling you, like, oh, this stimulates your mitochondria, and you're like, now that's obviously bullshit, like. So it's that idea of
I
it's
call cap. I
yeah.
call cap.
So it's not like science is this body of knowledge, right? It's these things we know that we've like painstakingly like try to, you know, dig out of the earth over all these years, and the scientists piggyback on top of each other's ideas and all this. And there's that body of knowledge, but then there's also that way of thinking, and it really is a way to like sift through, all this bullshit, all this nonsensical stuff that we're thrown at, and just make sense of the world. And so like that's one thing, and then I think the other is just like good old fashioned like be straight up like test taking skills, because you may not know, like I didn't think I was going to go to college, but you want to be able to play that game, you want to be able to read, write, do enough math, and then also be able to get your way through those tests if you do choose later to go to college.
Yeah.
So I think I was lucky that I enjoyed reading, so because I wasn't the best student in high school, but because I had those reading skills, because I was like a good test taker, later on when I realized like, oh, maybe I don't want to do manual labor my whole life, like maybe I'll go back to school, I could do it. And I think
Yeah.
if you don't play that school game when you're young and when you're in high school, that option maybe not disappears, but it becomes a longer road.
Yeah. Much slimmer and less enticing because you have to work harder and
Yeah.
maybe do more review type shit before you could ever even
Yeah.
get that role.
Yeah. So I think
Test taking, huh?
yeah, and that's kind of a lame response. Like no one likes tests, but it's just like
Yeah, no, but I mean, just being able to do something under pressure,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like having this amount of thing that you need to be able to absorb this much of and prove that you did it under this amount of pressure. Like,
Yeah.
Unfortunately for education, it's like test taking, but like, that's like
Yeah.
fucking the basis of life. Like, what? You're gonna have to be in front of people, you're gonna have to do stuff, unless you just want to be a shut off, like I guess fucking most motherfuckers nowadays are.
Yeah.
Just straight shut off.
But I think standardized testing always gets a bad rap. Everyone wants to hate on it. But like where it came from was like equality in schools. Because if you have like some crappy ass school where they're not doing anything for the kids and treating them, just not teaching them because they're in a poor area or whatever, and you got some school where they're getting a great education because that neighborhood has money, right? If you don't test them, and testing isn't the greatest, but it's like that's the measurement tool we have. If you don't start like testing the school and looking at the test results and be like, you guys can't prove that you're teaching these kids. And so that's kind of the way this standardized testing thing came, and it always gets vilified like it's a bad thing. But I just think about it like it's kind of a way of weeding out a bad educational system.
Yeah, that's funny because like I feel like I hear the opposite from parents and shit now. It's like, oh, I don't need a test for my kids to know what's going on in school. Like, I need their phone to be there so they can take a picture of the teacher, and they can know. It's like a whole different fuck. Yeah, I swear I actually ended up seeing a post where like a kid filmed something of a teacher, and it was I don't even remember exactly what it was, right? But it was just like, okay, now I remember exactly what it was. It was a picture of a lunch. It wasn't even a teacher. It was a picture of a lunch. and it was just like the shittiest lunch you'd ever seen served. You know, like the kid asked the lunch cafeteria person like for something, they said, "Oh, we ran out," and just served them whatever they had. And like the top comment, I run to the comments, okay? Like I come from fucking, I laugh at haterism, right? Like we're in a time now where people definitely show more hate than love. It's almost like if you're getting hate, you might as well just consider it that this motherfucker loves you because they're watching your shit and writing something on it. But like people are just so ready to have the meanest comment and like whatever, you know. So I immediately go to the comments to watch that shit because it's damn near as entertaining as the post half the time.
Sure.
And one of the comments was like literally a parent like, "And this is why I send my kid to school with a phone," like, or "This is why the school will never let my kid not take their phone. So I know stuff like this is going on." It's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, like doesn't make any sense. I would honestly say that the phone was probably the worst thing that you could ever have in a classroom.
Yes.
Yeah, like what's the most detrimental thing to your classroom?
Phones.
You don't even have to think. You see how quick he fucking, it wasn't even a fucking, he didn't even think, dude. What's the most detrimental thing to your phones?
And I've done it both ways. Like I've been the guy that's been like, you get one warning, okay? After one warning, on your second warning, I'm gonna hold the phone in the desk till the end of the period. Third warning, it's gonna go to the front office, and your parents are gonna have to pick it up. That sucks. That
Bro.
sucks to manage that. I'm never doing that again. That was awful.
I took it next level. You wanna know how good I was?
What'd you do?
I let the classes input the rules of the phone on like how many warnings, how many this, until all that shit.
Yeah.
And I had a list of 6 different class rules on phones.
Yeah.
And then remember the year that we were in the I building and
Yeah.
I just, on the wall, everybody. That's what it ended up. The next
Yeah.
year. The kids that I had the next, like the year after the year, they were like, "Well, what happened to us making the rules?" I was like, "You guys fucked that up last year, bro. Now you're just wall. There's nothing else."
What would you do? You line them up against the wall?
Yo, you don't remember I like
Kind
sewed
of.
that? I like had, I made a,
Oh yeah.
it was
yeah.
like the floral print on the navy blue, like
the
just
phone
cell
caddy.
phone, yeah, the cell
phone
phone holder on the
caddy.
wall. I made that thing with the intention of it being like this is the last resort, you know, and then I think maybe it was Keone saw it in my room, and the next school year. Like, you know, when we were all that year in I building, you remember in the beginning of the year, did you have any freshman classes? Did you have to go to that whole like freshman teams?
Yeah. They pushed the phone caddies on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
like,
gave me one.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You did that.
That was me.
No,
bro.
no. Oh, why'd you do that?
Yo, it was honestly, it was because like we had so many meetings and people were like, how, like, we have no way to combat the phones.
Yeah.
And at one point, I just was like, well, like the kids aren't on their phones in my class, you know, and they're like, well, what did you do? And I was like, well, I actually gave them input into the rule, you know.
Yeah.
But like I said, that only lasted like half the year, and then it was like you come back from fucking break, and they're just on their own bullshit.
Yeah.
New year, new me, baby. Fuck you, mister.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like fucking, it's whatever. But I lasted that first year when I was in the Spanish room. I probably lasted half the year with the phones. And then I was just over it. I just had to scream at them. I was like, scream at them, make them so uncomfortable they put it away, you know? And then I made it probably 3/4 of the year with the phones and the shirts.
Oh, yeah. The, what is it called? The uniforms.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, bro, like, these chicks are like young, trying to fucking look all provocative and shit. It's like fucking school. Just put a fucking uniform on. They bitch about the uniforms, but like, bro, it don't matter what job you got, you're wearing a uniform. You know what I'm saying? If you go painting, you're wearing a fucking shirt and shit that you can get paint on. If you work at Walmart, you're wearing a fucking Walmart uniform. If you work at a fucking school, you're wearing, you know what I'm saying? You always have to wear a uniform. It's not like, oh, you're gonna be a fucking Fortune 500 business person and just walk around looking like an Iranian sheik in like a robe and fucking slippers all day. Like, no, it's not what's gonna happen, bro. You're gonna fucking have to, like, if you're in America, you know, like doing business, you're gonna have to fucking look it.
Get a suit.
Yeah, there's gonna be some, and you know, you might not saying everyone has to look that way. You know, like there are definitely people who have fucking full mouths of gold, dreads, and they're successful people. You know, but like they can't just act like the hood every moment of every day to make it to like the next level, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I had a closet where most of the people that hated it, oh, mister, you're the only one that makes me do that anymore. When, you know, like everyone in the school agreed, every teacher in the school agreed on it. We're going to make these kids wear these shirts Monday through Wednesday, and nobody's backing down, you know? It was like, I was the only one. I held out to the third quarter. But the only way I lasted was by letting them leave their shirt in my room. Because they're like, no one else makes us wear it. So, like, I'm not bringing it. And I'm like, when you cross the fucking threshold of my room door, like, the shirt goes on. So either you're going to keep it in your backpack or fucking you can put it in that closet right there. But, like, you walk in here, you fucking take it out of the closet and you put it on. And, like, that was it. Like, they would just put the shirt on over top of whatever bullshit they were wearing. And like, there you have it.
That's a hard line. I didn't.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's probably why I got a lot of the fucking backlash that I did too. But it's like, yo, like I ain't no punk bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna sit there and sit in a meeting with 25 other adults and go, yeah, we're all gonna have each other's back on this, and then let some fucking 15-year-old walk over.
Yeah.
Absolutely never in my life, bro.
Yeah.
And like there was never any adults that I respected that got us to be anything that we should be that let that happen. You know?
Well, I walked in a little differently. I was the next year in when they've already voted, and there's a guy in the meeting in a white T-shirt, a hat, and flip-flops, and he stands up and he's like, "And if any of you don't like this uniform policy, you can go work in another school." And I'm like, he's got a white tee on and flip-flops. Like, what the hell? What's going on?
Oh, is this homie that I made put the Baldwin hat on the picture?
We don't got to say names.
I know. I'm just saying. Is this is
probably?
that the homie?
I don't know. I don't know.
He don't even know.
It's a flip flops and a white
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Watching this. Come on. It was the cat that made the fucking that. Remember we took all the school picture.
Oh yeah.
I was like, hold up, get him up here and put the school hat on because
I don't want to spread rumors, but
T-shirt and hat.
That was so ironic to me. It's like you're going to be
but
the.
I'm saying that's the same guy.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm just wondering, bro. I'm not trying to get you. You're playing such a fucking. Listen.
I'm not on the internet.
No one in the That's what I mean. You're not on the internet. No one in the DOE is gonna watch this shit, bro. They're not gonna fucking. Oh, they're gonna go. Oh, Gundy. Maybe some kids.
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids.
I mean, all right. Let me not say that. This shit's gonna blow up, but like, it ain't gonna be like the fucking DOE people and Gundy.
Anyways, yeah.
So. Fuck that guy too, though. Anyway.
Yeah, it was annoying. I was like, I don't know.
But he stood up and pointed. Hey, you can go somewhere else. But I ain't wearing the shit.
Yeah, I'm with you though. That's honorable. If I would have agreed and been like, I'm doing this, I would have done it. You know. But I'm like, I don't understand what's going on right now.
I sat in like fucking 20 meetings. They were like, yo, you should come to the before the school year meetings for the thing. And I'm like, I don't even get paid for this. Like, how are you guys going to work out me getting paid when kids aren't even here and I'm a sub? But that was like why they brought me to things, because they were like using all my ideas to like make the classroom better, you know? But it's like, you got to have fucking nuts to make that happen.
Yeah.
Like, you actually have to fucking tell the fucking, it's like.
You can stand up to a 15-year-old. Like,
yeah, bro.
Not everyone wants to do that. And you got to stand up to like 100 and how many of you? 150 of them.
Yeah,
you know,
a lot of them.
Most of them are cool, but a surprising amount will like throw some.
A lot of them. But also, okay, so I had this part going for me though, because you see me in my regular life. Like I usually don't wear shirts. I usually wear shoes. So like I'd be there in a button up.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yo, I'd say that to them. Hey, y'all know me. This ain't what I wear out in the world. Like I'm wearing something I don't want to wear right now too. So like, what the fuck? Like, you think I like wearing this collared shirt and pants? It's hot as fuck. Which I had to learn that like, kids respect you less if you wear shorts. It's a wild thing, bro.
I dress up now. I think it is good. I think the kids like appreciate it. You know, like you're coming in correct. You're trying to like
bro,
be
like,
professional.
You could even I had dress shorts. I had like, like khaki type, like purple, pink, fucking like dress shorts to go with my shit. Nah, bro. You wear shorts, they'd fucking walk all over you, brother. Like, you put on a pair of pants and it's like, I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
Gotta show them who wears the pants in this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
We will end on that, baby, because ain't neither of us wearing pants today, boo. It's hot on Maui, and we out here getting it poppin'. South Swell coming soon. We gonna get Big Wave Dave's ass back out there in the big waves.
That's right.
That's fucking right, Dave. Oh, maybe one last question. How was the surf ranch?
Surf ranch is cool.
This fucker made the surf ranch, everybody.
Yeah, it's cool.
By way of a homie, but he still made it.
Yeah. It's good fun. It's good fun. Yeah.
Yes, we'll see if he'll let us take a picture of his and put his like barrel shot up right here. Yeah, stoked for the homie. All right, and that was your Money Mouth podcast. Click like, click subscribe, share if you care, and if you don't, I don't give a fuck because we still going up there, and up there is the top, baby. Ed the Dread featuring Big Wave Dave Gundy. That was your Money Mouth podcast. A hooey ho, Kako.